Hey everyone, it's Adam here again, and in this video we're going to do some flipper repair. This is a Williams AZTEC again. We're going to be working on this flipper. Let me turn it on. And this flipper here is not really working. Let's see, it's still in play. You know, with this EM pinball, you can just turn the whole thing off and it's going to stay in the same state you left it. So score's still there, ball count's there. Anyway, this flipper has no power. I think it'd be a lot easier to work on it not propped up, and a lot easier to film as well. There we go. That's easier. All right, looking at it here, you can see this is all it is. That's the movement. All right, so you can buy whole kits. There's part of it. And let's see. Well, as it turns out, I didn't buy coils. I just have this parts bag. So this is for left and right flippers here. So we'll just do that. And when you get a kit, man, that's a bummer. I really thought I had coils. These don't look too new. They look kind of old. So after a while, they start to lose their power and effectiveness. So what a coil is, by the way, you have several numbers on it. You have the gauge of the wire and how many winds it has. And these are two-step coils. That's why there's 3 connections. So there's 2 different windings of wire in there, and it's not bare wire, it's coated. It's not supposed to touch, but after a while of the wires going like this, it can wear through the coating and decrease the effectiveness of the coil, if not make it completely fail. So all right, let me get a driver. All right, so in this video we'll do everything but the coil, and maybe do that later. So there's a left and right arm. Let's see which one's what. That looks like the, well, I don't know what it is. Spinned upside down here. Okay, that goes there. This one's there. That was right. Whole new arm, whole new rod. That's nice and clean. This is worn, and I think, which one of these is just ripped up? One of these I already worked on just to get a few more plays out of. Okay, and they give you a new leaf switch. That's nice because these are bent up pretty bad too. Let's see, nuts and bolts, coil sleeve, and this is a flipper mount. So anyway, let's start by taking, let's see, that can stay there. Let's take, let's just take this coil off. A couple screws on the back. Okay, and this piece, yeah, that looks pretty worn. In the flipper rebuild kit, they'll give you a brand new one, because when the coil goes back and hits this, it can mushroom and misshape this piece. So we got a brand new piece there. So we'll put that on at the end. Let's take this apart. Let's see how the sleeve is doing. Oh, a brass sleeve. It's all right. Well, maybe that's, I think I'll leave that one in. Yeah, this one fits in fine, but there's nothing wrong with that. I don't see any wear or anything funny with that. Let's see how this fits. Versus plastic. I don't know, metal on metal or metal on plastic. It seems like metal. I think they're both fine. This one has some wear there. Anybody have an opinion on this? I think I'll do the plastic just for fun. Just to do a total kit. We'll shove the new plastic piece in, and that fit in perfect. No problems. It wasn't tight. If it's tight, it means your coil could be contracted a bit. All right, let's see. Let's get rid of that piece. And need a flat head. Oh, that one was loose anyway. That one wasn't even tight. Why is this not coming off? Come on. Shouldn't that come off? Is it just worn or something? What is going on here? It should pop out. It's just barely hanging on. Let me see if I can pull the flipper off from this side. Come on. Maybe the metal got misshapen. I don't know. I'm having one heck of a hard time. Come on. Come on. It's going lower. Just wiggling it back and forth. My gosh, that was forever. All right, I'll just leave that coil in the shaft. Oh, look at this whole thing is broken. I don't know if I did that just now or not. I can't tell. Let's look at the other one. The other one's intact. But this was the bad flipper anyway. All right, so that's out. And now I need a small socket or something like it. See if this fits. Oh, it does. This tool I got from a thief who broke into my car and left this. Or he stole it from somebody else and left it in my car. Jerk. You know your car's been broken into when you come in and your glove compartment's open and everything and was inside is taken out. The guy stole a, I had a suit ready to go to the dry cleaners. I didn't pay for it to be dry cleaned. It was just thrown in the trunk of the car. And he took the jacket, but not the pants. But who wants that? It didn't even look nice. You know, it's not nice, whatever. Have fun with it. Okay, so we took this old busted up, and that's nasty. That's gone. And there's no left and right for this. They're the same, so I'm going to slip that. Let's take a look at this. Okay, I see what my problem was. There's a groove in here. Let me zoom in for you. At the top, there's a groove, and the screw holds on to that. So I probably just didn't undo the screws enough. Okay. There we go. Wow, those are sharp. It's like nails. Why would it need to be like that? I don't know. Okay. Did they even give? Let's see. They gave new hardware here. What would this be for? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would be plus 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. What would that be for? I don't know. I'm going to use the old hardware. And where did I dump that last nut? There it is. All right, easy enough. I wonder how much that crack in this mount affected the play there, because it wasn't like it could move too much. All right, so now, let's see, I need to push that up, but once I let's get rid of this old spring. Okay. Yeah, I'm shocked I didn't get a new coil. Why would I do all this without getting a new coil? Because these don't look like they've been replaced ever. They might have, but they don't look like it. Okay, so then the new spring, here it is. I wonder if the new coils will come with sleeves. I don't know. New spring, new sleeve, new arm, and oh, these are different. Let's see what this is. Okay, let's get a new tool for this. It's an Allen wrench here, and that's a little bit small. I need a slightly bigger one. It feels all right, but again, it seems a little loose. I don't want to strip this. I want to make sure I got the right size. Too big. You know, I just have a box of these. I don't have them in order or anything. So it's just a hunt and peck. Nope. Come on. Let's see. Too small. This kind of stuff just makes me want to throw them all away. Well, I'll go back to the one that was close enough. There we go. You can see how far you need to. Boy, these things are like arrowheads here. See that? Boy, this camera never focuses very quick at all. There we go. So it goes right through and just kind of bites into the shaft of the flipper. All right, so I'm going to back these up enough. Well, I'm surprised I got that last flipper out at all, because I must have just had it just loose enough. Okay, and the spring, which is, did I mix them up? Okay. Where did I put the spring? Did it fall off the table? Let me see if I can tell which one's nasty. Which one looks shinier? This one definitely does. Okay. Slip on the spring. There we go. I got my hand underneath. I'm trying to hold this whole thing up. All right, to there. There we go. They've come up with some better flipper designs since this game. This is what was it, 76. And I'm guessing on where to align this. I'll just have to make it, tighten it so that it doesn't fall, but that's about it. This wrench stinks. Didn't I have another one? Okay, let's try this one. Yeah, that wrench is all bent funny. So I can't get it in. There we go. Alright, I'm just holding this in. I'm not going to make it tight because I got to align it. Okay, and down. Alright, so that's going to go right there, and then we're going to lock it in. The new coil back, pop that in there. I don't know if you guys can see anything. Let's move this again. Okay, so here's the new coil backs. This is going to go right there. Got 2 screws. One, 2. You know, I thought about trying to make this a multi-ball, you know, because it's kind of a slow game. These older EM pins are not all that exciting. They're fun, and it's neat to see how it all works, but it's not as captivating as the newer ones. So, feels nice. I thought it'd be fun to figure out how to mess around with these switches here. This is the ball trough, and make it so that it takes 2 balls to activate the switch. So, you know, it'll launch out, it'll keep launching out balls. You know, I can put 2 balls in there and it'll shoot them both out. But when one gets returned, it, so let's get this out. Now we're going to do the leaf switch here. This leaf switch looks nasty. This old one. Right down in there. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so when the ball returns a 1 ball, going back in would make it, you know, stop and count to the next ball in play. I don't know, it'd be fun. I come up with a lot of ideas of what I think would make this kind of a fun mod, but we'll see if I ever do any of them. Okay, there we go. Let's get the soldering iron ready. Let's see how close this is to the original. Looks pretty good. So long leaf on opposite side from there. All right. And I'll hang on to this old switch because this is not something I have a lot of. Just in case I think of a mod I want to make or a repair I need to make and I don't have any parts. Okay, so the long was on, I can always go look at the other, there we go, like that. Piece of metal that acts as a back for the screws. Flathead. I wonder how many repairs I'll have to make before this thing really runs well. So I really don't know the history of the machine, and you usually don't when you get stuff like this. So I don't know what was just worked on, if at all. You only can guess how old the repairs are. And I guess we can gonna add some solder here. Get these parts ready. All right, and add a little bit to here again. Boy, these old wires with braided insulators. The covering seems to recede on a lot of them. And the problem is those wires are exposed and they can really cause trouble on machines like this. There's a lot of wires and moving and parts that the newer pins don't have. Okay. Boy, you always need another hand when you're doing this. At least long enough. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Shove that down here, and let's see, did I even keep track of these two screws? Oh, where's it? Yep, there it is. Got them. Okay, so that was easy so far. Now the only thing we have to do is align it and maybe adjust the switch, but I doubt the switch is going to need adjusting. It looks good. And when I say switch, I mean here. So these spear-headed screws are going to be biting in. I wonder if I am stripping it. Alright, just before I put this back, I'm going to show you what I did. This coil's done. You saw that one. Went ahead and did this one as well. And what I found is these bolts in this bag are for mounting this plate here. This one already had screws underneath. This one didn't even use them. They're either gone or it was never there. The screw just goes down and tightens right on that plate. Anyway, so that's what those are for. But one problem I ran into was when I was tightening these, you know, these little arrowhead screws. They bite into the shaft of the flipper, and it can tweak it a bit. You know, you see the metal, the indentations it makes in the metal. And anyway, it would pull this shaft so that it was very tight, so that when you flick it, it would stay like that. And then I had to really mess around with this and try to adjust it just right so that this top of the shaft was lower, so that there's more. Look at, I can see there's a little bit of play in there and a little bit of play. Move this up and down in there. If there's none and it's tight, when this flicks, it's just going to keep it there because there's all that tension. Okay, now this stepper unit has an issue. This is what controls, let's see, the bonus points, and well, it's not on the pinball game now. It controls some of the bonus scores and things like that as you advance through the game, and it hasn't been acting right. You can see that it is in between these two pins. So when you start the game, you're already on this stage when you should be on that one. And again, all of these pins are one off. Anyway, I was going to get this a wrench there, take this off, see if I can adjust this to move it back. And when I came back just now, I noticed, see how crooked this is? All you do, look at this, just spin that to the right spot. So the whole, this just got bumped, and this gets bumped a lot because it sticks out. It's very high profile. These wires get bent a lot, and anyway, it's just this board that moves, and it shouldn't move. I wonder where I can tighten it. Maybe it's that screw back in there. Anyway, I'm not going to worry about how to tighten it now, but that was all it was. I wish all fixes were that easy. Okay, well, let's get this back together and see how it works. I came across the premium ultra gloss ball that I got from Pinball Life. Let's see, I paid $1.50 for it. Normally they're just $1. Let's see here. And I was thinking, man, this seems a little bit bigger. Here's the, let's see if you can tell the difference. This is a used ball. This is the new ball. But can you see the size difference on these two? I can. Well, I'm glad I ordered a new ball, so we're going to drop this in. That just seems, oh, doesn't that look nice? Let's see if it doesn't fit. Alright, well, these have been bent anyway, so let's bend these back to where they should be. Look at that. These rails. Okay. See that hop? That's not right. The ball shouldn't hop. Should go smooth. But, you know, this is an old game. I don't know if that's normal for back then. This rail would need to go down lower so it rides. It's hitting this post here and here. Whatever, I'll deal with that later. It's kind of annoying. Let's see what how the other ball acted. Yeah, it hops too. Unless I'm wrong, that ball was the wrong size. Okay, so let's put the glass on. The advance is in the right spot, so that's nice. It used to start at 10,000, but we flicked that to the right spot. It seems nice so far. Whoa, that's not okay. I think I need a new coil. See how weak this one is? Incredibly weak. Let's try that again. So something's up with that again. I don't know. I don't know what the problem would be. Why would it lose so much strength? I know the ball's heavier. Come on. Shouldn't have put the glass on, I guess. I could have tested it out easier. Yeah, let's open this up. Okay, well, I think I figured it out. This seemed way too weak. And what's going on is I think, see, this is supposed to be making contact right here. And it, if you look at it, it looks like it is. But if I can hear a little tap. Let me get close. There's a gap between those two. So I don't know if this would indicate, yeah, because it's touching through the coil anyway. But let's just, the only thing I'm going to do is make this gap a little tighter. These are actually not too easy to adjust by bending them. this one seems to be okay, but a lot of times. Okay, let's do that. There we go. Let's go over on this side and do this one too, just in case. This coil is a bit sloppy. It's a bit loose. I'd like to tighten that a little bit. Maybe if I just bend the bracket, but I'll save that for another day. I don't want to get into that right now. So, yeah, now I'm tapping that and I don't hear anything. It's not making a, you know, kind of that loose gap connection. So let's try that. Hopefully that's all it is. And it throws this small ball around, and I like it. It makes the game a lot faster. So I might actually keep the small ball in, but let's see what happens here. Yeah, that was it. Now this one's acting a little goofy. I think it's kicking in at the wrong time. Boy, that's loud. All right, let's see. Yeah, I gotta adjust those leaf switches. That was it. You can see this one's working perfect now. All right, so what happens is, you know, you have the 3 wires there that go onto the coil. Well, the first stage of the coil is kicking on all the power. But when this arm goes, it opens up the leaf switch and it cuts the circuit there. And then that way you can hold the flipper down, but you're not burning up the coil, if that makes sense. That's what those things do. Yeah, so what I got to do is make it so that the switch closes when this is up. I don't want it to go to weak power when it's right here, because I might be hitting the ball right there and now all of a sudden it's weak power. So I'll mess with the switches, but that's going to do it for this video, guys. Hope it's been helpful. Anyway, catch you later for the next repair, and it's probably going to be on this game again. These seem to break a lot. You guys have an awesome day. Bye. All right, yeah, I'm back. I thought I might as well show you what I'm doing. See how this goes and opens up the switch? You want this switch so you can either tweak this whole thing so it moves the leaf part. I've already done it, so there's not much room left to tweak it, but you can see I can move the switch. Or I'm just gonna bend this arm of the switch a little bit, and that way this hits it at the very end. Let's give it even more room there to swing. Okay, now let's see when this opens it up. Oh, perfect. Right at the end. Bam! And now it can go to the hold position. I think it's perfect. But anyway, that's what I was talking about. These go and open. So you can hold your ball if you want without burning up your coil. Anyway, alright guys, for real. Real reels. That's it. We'll see you next time. Bye.